your hand on my back, lightly between my shoulder blades. It hurt like heaven. I couldn't remember the last time I was held. That love was like electric sparks. The warmth of your touch was etched into my body. And there was a song that went with it that kind of weaves through. And Tessa and I, we had a bit of a party. No alcohol was involved, but we did a lot of singing. So. Come into these arms again and lay your body down. The rhythm of this trembling heart is beating like a drum. Speak. The station clock was made from old tin. In 1942, noon was saved for announcements. Trains to Vienna pulled themselves backward and spat the names of towns out from under their wheels like so much flesh. I think of Katowice, Krakow, how kilometers cannot measure absence. Somewhere south of here, I hear the turn of the wheels spitting out names like so much flesh. And here comes the rain, here comes the rain. Stardust. At 2 a.m. I think of how only atoms pull flesh and memories apart. The white coats are breathing through the dark. Incense is nothing more than a hollow ritual. Every vapid prayer takes me deeper. The ash seeps into my coat. The boxes are stacked 3 deep. The photographs have disappeared. My childhood name is packed away with the china. 3 a.m. I cannot sleep. The night air is heavy with your returning body. It eats into my pores. It's an abject comfort. The ashes have disappeared without mention. I cling to any other warm body, any other spirit that is not already stardust. My kneading is hot with shame. The early hours, the month crawls towards us. I am a moth searching for a light, a touch like electric. No loneliness, no hopelessness to search the ends of time. Voices. The night is drumming into my ears. It is turning over in me. Somewhere in the distance, gears grind metal on metal. A hollow whisper bracing itself against filaments of bone. The night's voice is a machine, etching names in stone. And love, oh love, oh love, oh love, oh love, oh love, still falls the rain, still falls the rain. And love, oh love, oh love, oh love, oh love, oh love, still falls the night. I am watching the fault lines of my mind like the green waves of a heart monitor, an electronic burst of tachycardia. I am 100 words, 100 thoughts per minute. This house echoes with an electric beat. I lie next to the radiator to hear the water pulsing, its metallic voice singing. And let me be the only one to keep you from the cold. Some of them. I strike a match, pinch your photographs between my fingers. Sweet woman, your hair is burning and your skin is turning into ash in my hands. It's your letters next. I run my fingers over the tender pages. I unfurl the folded corners and breathe your perfume in through a heavy sigh. Your ghost moves through the air, your body becomes a vapor that skims my skin. then buries itself in my flesh, and I hold you in all that I'm not, and come into these arms again, and lay your body down. The rhythm of this trembling heart is beating like a drum. It beats for you, and it bleeds for you. It knows not how it sounds. Each shiver forces you out. I am picking your flesh from the ridges between my nails and skin. You are moving through a heady breath. My bones are pushing back, spider-like shadows crawling across a sunlit street, exposed brick walls, the silk of my daughter's hair. I am holding your palms tight against my chest. You're all heart. These hands are thickening the tar. And love, still falls the rain. This is the last one that I wrote. I wrote it about 2 weeks ago because Rosie was kind of away from me for 2 months, and then she came back 2 weeks ago, so I haven't had a chance to write anything since. But I kind of wrote this about how I felt kind of being apart from her, not being able to look after her, and how I felt as my kind of identity as a mother. And how things change when you have a mental health issue that's kind of on the scale. You know, they put depression on one scale, and then psychosis is on a totally different scale, and they call it a very severe mental health issue. I don't agree with the scale. I think depression can also be a really severe mental health issue. So I don't necessarily agree with how they kind of typify it. But all of a sudden, all these people were incredibly worried about me, and I was just like, no, I'm fine. And, you know, they're writing on the form. I don't think so. And so I think it was sort of how I felt about kind of not being able to do those things. But also not really being particularly dangerous or being particularly anything, just not there, you know? And I think that's a huge thing that people always get wrong with people with mental health issues. They're not dangerous, they're just ill. Catatonic. I'm holding my arm up and skimming the brush over each strand of hair. There is a fire where the flesh strips back. The open air grates against my bones. When I turn my hair up, you wanted to do the same. Get your ears pierced, a tattoo. Soon, darling girl, soon. I said you'd be triumphantly reckless as me, and who would I be to stop you? Only now, my wet hair hangs in damp clumps. Each time I reach up, I am a paper doll, falling down in the breeze. And one day, you will trace this, your mother's madness, back to something we do not yet know. Time is like that. It compresses multiverses into moments and moments into the body. They sneak under your skin. Your blonde curls are on the back of a chair in a schoolroom far from here. The shrill ring of a bell splicing the summer air. A deserted playground. And me, still gripping that hairbrush, bending my elbows back. And come into these arms again, and set this spirit free. It was really weird reading that when she was watching me because it's about but that was gross. Thank you.